Okay, so award-winning rapper OdumoduBlvck's has sparked debate with his comments about having the most culturally impactful song in Nigerian hip-hop history. He claimed in an interview where he talked about his success. In the history of Nigerian hip-hop, no song has had more impact in the world than Declan Rice. The statement has since become a subject of debate amongst fans who disagree with his claims, with many insisting there are more rap songs with cultural impacts. What most of those who disagree with OdumoduBlvck's statement failed to notice is that he was referring to the global impact of his hit song Declan Rice as opposed to its cultural impact in Nigeria. Reacting to the contrary claims, OdumoduBlvck's listed some of the global impact of his hit single Declan Rice, including being used to unveil the England international when he became Arsenal's record signee and the most expensive Englishman. While the authenticity of his claims has been debated, it's a tall order to call any Nigerian rap song with a similar level of global impact as Declan Rice. The song launched him into international stardom with co-signs from superstar rappers including Skepta, Rick Ross, Stormzy, and Nasty C. The song also earned him a Hades win for Rap Song of the Year and Rookie of the Year at the 16th Hades Awards. Now, I'll come to you, Bill. What do you make of this story? Is OdumoduBlvck really that artist that he said he is, and is Declan Rice? What does he mean when he says cultural impact?
I don't know. If he says like his song Declan Rice has a global impact, we can't argue that because we saw what the song did globally. But when you talk about cultural impact, then you're now in a much bigger conversation, because the first question then is, what is cultural? Like, what does like cultural impact mean in this context? What does he mean by that? Because if you think about like cultural impact from my own point of view, it's a song that like moves crowds to make certain like changes or decisions or something. I would say like a song like African Queen by Two-Face, for example, in many ways made people appreciate the African Nigerian woman more.
Yeah.
When you hear that song, you kind of tend to truly appreciate the beauty of an African woman.
Yeah.
And you hear like way back to the 70s and 80s songs from Fela that, brought people out to protest against certain things and had like international impact to kind of make the global audience know that, hey, this is what is going on in Africa. And so when you talk about cultural impact, that's a whole other conversation, and I don't think Declan Rice as a song fits into what I would describe as cultural impact.
Fivo, what do you think about this particular one? Do you think his song has made cultural impact? Bill said that Declan Rice is not there yet. Do you think Bill is correct?
Okay, first of all, nobody points to everywhere. Nobody points to his father's house with the left hand, but the people who love to claim their work as the best. That's one thing to understand. So, and then this guy's a musician. The more trolls, the more drags he has online, the more popularity. And he has done free broadcast for that song, Declan Rice. Like someone I will go back and go, what did he say in this song? And there are many persons who go back. So first of all, it's a window for advice. But secondly, if, like I said, if he's using global impact, okay, we could give him cut him some slack. Yeah. But if he's going for cultural impact, there are songs that guy, he's just coming out, for goodness sake. I mean, the head is weighing me in the entire head. Sorry for using pidgin, but you should calm down, because there are people behind him. Fino has songs that have done those two things. All about flavor. Okay, if you remember African rapper #1, MI featuring Flavor, that song hits went global. Even though Africa, even though he wasn't in dialectical whatever, but at least there was Igbo around it. Because now there are other songs that we could say that have made that must have had global impact, but probably he's using his because his is new. So when something is late, it becomes the latest. So because his is the latest, so we have to feel okay, he's based on the. But there are songs and then we don't know the metrics or the benchmark used in measuring songs before now. So probably like what we know is streams, 5,000 billion streams. But him coming through this perspective, yes, we could say his song has gotten global impact, but that is not to say his song is #1 on songs that have culture and that have global impact. Then for cultural impact, I don't even go to cultural impact because he's that one. He's not even go close to it.
Why is that you don't want to go close
because
to it?
like he just mentioned Fela's album, what's his name?
The one that just
got into all of that album what's that album? That was done in 90s. Yeah. Is this something like Gorilla, something that has one animal?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
That song was inducted into the Hall of Fame. These are songs that we could look back and people that look back at. What about Rugged Man? If you're talking about Rugged Man, Emma is still on track. If you're going to rap music, they are Ice Prince. Is it because if they close their mouth? There are songs that could beat, but he's fine. He's looking from the current stage. You know, like I said, when something is late, it's latest. But for him to say a song there's no other song that has I don't agree. I don't buy to that. But like I said, everybody's work is the best.
Are there specific benchmarks to checkmate if your work has made that much impact?
Let me ask you, what metrics do we use to know a song has blown?
I think if you talk about like a song that has blown, it's like streams and all that. But when you talk about cultural impact, you don't, as an artist, you don't even decide the cultural impact your song has. The people will tell you and show you over the years that this song has had a cultural impact on us.
Now, Declan Rice is a song that a lot of street guys vibe to. Excuse me. Now, don't you think that's what he's saying? His song is coming out to appeal to some set of people. Now, his song has lots of most of his songs are centered on money, color, drugs, and all the other stuff. Those are the kinds of things he mentions or he uses when he's doing his thing. Now, don't you think the people, this particular set of people, are the people he's referring to when he says his song has made a cultural impact? This now has built to some sort of community. Don't you think that's what he meant by that statement?
You know, we can say what he meant, but he didn't say it. At the end of the day, he made a broad statement, and then we can only feed off what he said. Because I think what he intended is anyone that like takes what he said the way he said it would just think about his song in a cultural context and say, no, it's impossible for that to be true. And so, if he says it had a global impact, we can say that the audience he wanted to reach, he definitely did reach that audience, and the heights that that song was, the streaming numbers and all that, he did that. But cultural impact is a whole other conversation that I don't think that song is going to be part of.
If it's going to cultural impact, he should look at if the song resonates with most African countries. Let's start from there first. Yes, because there was this guy that sang this song that it featured Burna Boy, and then it blew up.
Yes, I think I heard that song earlier this afternoon.
They featured Burna Boy in the song, and then it blew up. So, we've had South Africans bring out songs that most of the songs are dance steps, but he appealed to almost all the African countries. So he should ask himself first, the yardstick, we start from Africa first before he goes out there, because we are the ones to tell him his song has cultural impact, not Declan Rice being as the premier of a song when it's coming out. For goodness sake, there are songs, they're not good.
But you're going to say something?
I'm going to follow what he said.
All right, so many fans argue that other Nigerian rap songs have had significant cultural impact. How do you think cultural impact within Nigeria compares to global impact? And can a song's success be fully measured without considering its domestic influence?
I think you can measure, like a song can be, considered successful without domestic influence. If you're talking about the global, like, impact metrics, streaming, whatever, artists going there and, telling our stories, even though it doesn't resonate domestically. But if you want to kind of, the first part of your question, if you want to like measure a song that has cultural impact in Nigeria, you look at Nigeria. For one, there are a lot of cultures. People need to, I'm noticing that people are not really connecting with their culture as much as they should. So songs that bring people to appreciate and embrace their culture more, and songs that talk about things that are actually happening in Nigeria and that make people to actually think and want to, even if they don't move immediately, at least they're having conversations about like how things should be further, kind of bringing into the more broader stage. But yeah, a song can be considered successful if it's just global impact. But as an art, it comes down to the artist at the end of the day.
Yeah.
What do you want your song to do? Do you want it to have a global impact, or do you want to make songs or create a body of work that has a more cultural impact?
Fivo, what's your side to this particular?
Let me say, for cultural impact, what is the definition of cultural impact? Like he said, the song help people, encourage people to resonate with their culture. Does it teach them something about the culture? Like a song like this song Flavor released last 2 years. That one you featured different artists.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's like I think it did Afro.
Yeah, those watching the so that song. You could see it's making you feel proud of your culture. Songs that are even Olamide before now. So this is some songs that you are that green, the that green. So cultural impact is that, like he said, one is he resonating? Is he making people love their culture more? Is he teaching us something, or we just enjoy the beat and an Afro beat is sweet? What do we gain out of it? I'm not a big fan of OdumoduBlvck's because that guy is vulgar for me. Hey, jeez. Like you said, you just say the song appeals to him. And I want to show beautiful that even if you go to the studio and do some persons will love you for that. So that's the best song they've heard in their life. So everybody comes around. Everybody comes around and the person will say like, and I'm like, what do you like for this song we listen to? What did it be Okay, next time I sang, I'm a goat. I'm a goat. You do. So that's why creativity comes in. If people just present yourself, people will love you. But and the second part, the OdumoduBlvck's saying cultural impact. What is it? The definition of cultural impact. The cultural impact is a song that helps us love our culture, that we can promote out there, and then you can't measure a song only by global impact. It has to start from home now, for goodness sake. I think
but a song can. Others can actually appreciate your work better than the people you have in your society. Like this particular one now, it's been adopted in England and it was used as the song.
Where did they first? Where that England? Where did they hear it first? Where was it celebrated first? On which timeline was this mostly used? Before they?
It was celebrated here.
It was celebrated here first of all. Now, this one the trend though. Then the Declan saw it because. This guy before the video featured Whiskey that featured this, what was his name, Drake in the song before. Drake didn't appear on that song, only his voice on the album, only his voice. That was there when Whiskey, but now Whiskey don't need Drake again. So now that thing gave Whiskey something like a concern because we're like, why wouldn't Drake want to appear on this? So people yapped him for that. But now before we know, we saw the video mingling with Chris Brown. So before now, they didn't see most African artists as people they could to that level. For instance, we found out, we knew what happened with the band and the deals out there. We didn't work. I saw Rema doing a concert and then the band was there and then he made a statement that was very important. And I love that. I love the move. I said you opened the way for us. Like another banger came from the band, they call the band Bengali. So that he made it known to the world. That was somebody who was going back to. So what am I trying to say? Before your song is celebrated, what I'm saying, I'm talking about cultural home influence. Before your song is pushed out there, we've eaten it. swallowed it, digested it, and then from the number of street, then I added it because guy, I know that sometimes you might drop something and people at home might not like it, but at least we should love it first of all. We should something we should debate, clean our head. Before these guys, cavemen, start traveling out. They were here, but now they don't look at our face again. They're doing their things in England, but they start from here. So you have to build first of all. So global impact is fine, but we come back home. We're not going to hear the song. What do you expect now?
Okay, now still let me stay on you, Favor. OdumoduBlvck's highlighted several global milestones achieved by Declan Rice, including its use in the unveiling of Declan Rice as Arsenal's record signing. Do this instance alone justify the claim that Declan Rice has had the most global impact of any Nigerian hip-hop song, or are there other factors to consider?
What is his name? Prince Charles. The King Charles currently. He said once that he listens to Davido's music. That was when he came on. He listens to Davido's music. If the King Charles has said Davido did not go out and stand on top of the mountain and carry my loudspeaker and be shouting, King Charles, listen to my song, but that means I've blown. Just because they use your song to unveil a player. And then you're kind of there's this guy that did a song that what's his name? Is this Skills or something?
Yes,
that they're using Shake Body that even Lamar carries on his head. Guys, their songs are making leave genre now. Talk about if you're going to go for global impact, leave genre. Their songs are making impact out there. He should, like I said, everybody's thing is the best. Probably he's about shooting because guy that is.
He needs to stay in media.
Yeah, but he needs to stay in media.
And he's been on the back and forth with Black Bones. You seen that one? What's your take on that? I think all these things are a product of his backlash with Black Bones. What do you think?
I think like where I get as a creative person myself, I write. I don't have much time to go into studio record, so I put it out as spoken word albums like I do. And one thing I know about like the life of an artist, which I mostly get from 50 Cent, which is like one of the most amazing artists I know, is as an artist you need to find a way to keep yourself in the forefront of people's eyes in the media. So when you see rappers always in the media, you know, trying to start a conversation or trying to battle another rapper, is to ensure that they keep in the top of people's minds. So when I see OdumoduBlvck and Black Bones, you know, arguing, I know at the end of the day it's not personal. This is business. Two artists trying to keep on. If they don't do that, how do you know? Artists are always gonna. If an artist sees that, I'm not in the media. He looks for, if he doesn't drop a single or maybe start working on an album or collaborating under the artist, he's gonna be battling an artist. He needs to find a way to stay in the media. And OdumoduBlvck, you know, we're talking about him right now. He's really good at staying in the media one way or the other. He finds his way to be on top of people's feet.
So you think this is what they are doing?
I think this is a media stunt. Yeah, exactly.
Now let's not take. Okay, Phil, you were going to say.
We will say it's a media stunt as long as this guy is not involved. Portable is not involved.
Did you guys see? I saw something. I don't know how. We're not talking about
that. Fight.
No, Portable has challenged Bobrisky to a fight.
Very soon.
Did you see it?
Well, he's very erratic.
Very soon you're gonna look for hospital. We have hospital. I'm booking to a match.
Portable. No, but would you like to see that one though?
I think he enjoys boxing. We should probably start a celebrity boxing thing.
No, he has. So that's a niche that he has just created. He has created a celebrity boxing match setup. He had one with what's this guy's name now? With no, there was somebody before Speed Darlington. I forgot him, but he had one with that guy which he won. He still had another one with Speed Darlington he knocked Speed Darlington out. Wow. Now he's picking up a fight with Bobrisky. How do you think that would go down though?
I don't know, it's gonna be interesting to watch for sure. I think he needs to start promoting his boxing matches more than he currently does. Responsible. It's either this or he fights in the street. So apparently he's found more productive way
to put his fight energy, yeah. That's actually fantastic. Actually, I would love to see that one.
Because I feel Portable like loves fighting, so this is fun.
Obviously, just like after he says he's a baboon now.
Oh dear Lord.
He lives in a zoo.
So, Favor, would you like to see that match with Bobrisky and Portable?
It's gonna be.
I'm not done seeing. I'm not done watching. I'm watching. Seeing fight.
It's gonna be funny.
I would love to see that particular match between Portable and Bobrisky. Would Bobrisky be like, oh, no, I don't want to do this because I don't want to dent my nail, or would Bobrisky wear
I think like Mike Tyson said, once the first punch hits all plans. Something to that too.